What if I told you Yamaha just relaunched a machine that blurs the lines between sport touring and full-blown adventure? A bike with the comfort to cruise highways, the guts to eat up twisty roads, and the chops to handle gravel and unpaved tracks, and stay sane doing it. That's the all-new 2026 Yamaha Super TDM 1200. And make sure you stick around till the end, because I've got a surprise about a hidden feature Yamaha snuck in that might just change the game. Welcome back to Z Auto Advisor, your go-to place for deep dives, honest takes, and everything motorcycles. Today we're exploring Yamaha's revived legend, the Super TDM 1200 for 2026. What's new, what's improved, and can it be the do-everything bike many riders have been waiting for? Let's find out. The TDM name has been around for years, riding that fine line between sport tour and adventure machine. Riders who wanted comfort over long distances but didn't want to give up sporty handling or adaptability often turned to the TDM. Now with the Super TDM 1200, Yamaha reimagines that classic DNA. Taller suspension, more rugged build, updated tech, more power, and a mindset that you can have one bike to rule many roads. The question: does the 2026 Super TDM deliver on the expectations, or is it just nostalgia with new paint? One of the first things to notice about the 2026 Yamaha Super TDM 1200 is its design. It carries a tall stance typical of adventure bikes, but the silhouette remains sporty and sleek, less bulk, more sharp lines. Up front, expect a bold dual LED headlight arrangement, wind-deflecting fairing, and a windshield adjustable for height. The body panels are rugged yet carefully shaped, to protect, to look good, but to shed dirt, wind as you ride. Seat height is generous, giving room for ground clearance, but balanced so average riders can handle it. The ergonomics are a blend, upright but not too tall, handlebars wide but not unwieldy, foot pegs positioned so you can stand or lean with comfort. Touring luggage options are built in. Yamaha seems to have designed this bike thinking long trips and loaded adventures. While official specs are being confirmed, early reports and previews suggest the Super TDM 1200 is powered by a twin-cylinder engine around 1200 cc, with enough horsepower and torque to make highway overtakes effortless and mountain roads thrilling. What matters? It's not just about peak numbers. Yamaha appears to have tuned this engine for usable torque across a wide rev range. Good low and mid-range pull so you're never fighting the motor whether you're climbing hills, overtaking, or crawling through traffic. Fuel injection is modern. Emissions compliance is expected to be top-notch. And vibration control has been refined so that long rides do not become punishing. Cooling, gearing, and ride modes are likely part of the package, so you get smooth highway cruising, sporty responses, and more relaxed settings for wet and slippery surfaces. An adventure sport bike needs a solid chassis. The 2026 Super TDM features long travel suspension up front, telescopic or USD forks, designed to absorb bumps, gravel, uneven surfaces. Rear suspension likely a monoshock with preload and damping adjustments, so it can be tuned for solo, two-up, or loaded touring. Frame rigidity seems improved. Yamaha's likely used lighter, stronger alloys or improved frame geometry, so that handling on twisties is sharp and the bike remains stable at higher speeds. Heel-to-toe foot pegs, wide handlebars, and thoughtful weight distribution mean you can lean into curves without sacrificing confidence. Ground clearance is generous enough for dirt roads or light off-road tours, and wheel-tire combos expected to be dual-purpose, rugged enough for rough surfaces, yet road-biased so grip and comfort on paved roads remain strong. Yamaha is clearly not just reviving a name. They're equipping the Super TDM 1200 with modern tech. Here are features likely included, as reported. Full LED lighting, headlight, taillight, indicators for better visibility and durability. Digital or TFT instrument cluster with multiple ride modes, sport, touring, rain, possibly off-road or gravel, plus connectivity, smartphone pairing, GPS info, etc. Traction control, ABS with off-road switch, authorized mapping, maybe cornering ABS, smart electronics to support rider comfort. adjustable windscreen, maybe heated grips or seats in some trims, luggage options, mounting points for panniers and top box, secondary accessories for tours. These features make the Super TDM more usable for daily riding, long trips, and adventure without being overly complex. The 2026 Super TDM 1200 seems very built for comfort. Seat design is a key factor. Expect a long cushioned seat with good support for rider and possibly passenger. The upright seating posture reduces fatigue on long rides. Wind protection is improved with adjustable windscreen and fairings to reduce buffeting. Controls are placed smartly. Levers, foot pegs, handlebars should feel natural. Suspension tuned to soak up highway vibration, potholes, and rough surfaces, while still staying planted. Climate and handling in different conditions, hot, wet, cold, windy, are considered. Yamaha likely improves airflow, engine cooling, and heat shielding so you're not getting blasted by engine heat or wind when speed picks up. Here's where the Super TDM 1200 tries to be a jack of all trades. For daily use, it offers smooth power at lower revs, reasonably manageable weight, and upright posture that gives good visibility in traffic. For commuting, the tech features like ABS, ride modes, efficient fuel consumption will help. For touring, you get luggage mounting options, comfort, wind protection, and engine power that can maintain highway speeds with ease. Fuel tank capacity is likely large enough for long stints between stops, and for mixed terrain or gravel roads. The ground clearance, dual-purpose tires, strong suspension, and ride modes make the TDM ready for light adventuring. Not hardcore off-roader, but certainly versatile. The Super TDM 1200 is entering a competitive segment, sport tourer, adventure bikes. Its rivals may include models from BMW, KTM, Ducati, and Triumph, who offer similar hybrid machines. What Yamaha is trying to do is balance performance, plus comfort, plus adventure, plus usability. If they nail that combination, the Super TDM could appeal to riders who don't want multiple bikes. They want one bike that can commute, tour, and explore. Pricing and maintenance will be critical. Brand reputation, fuel economy, parts availability, and service network will also play big roles in convincing buyers. If Yamaha positions the Super TDM 1200 smartly, it could be a strong contender. Now, as promised, here's the surprise. Yamaha is reportedly including a hidden touring-oriented feature on the 2026 Super TDM 1200 that few are talking about yet, a rear seat comfort reduction mode. What this means? A toggle, via ride mode or switch, that slightly lowers the seat height and softens rear suspension damping, making the bike easier to handle for shorter riders or when riding two up. It's a small feature, but one that shows Yamaha is thinking about inclusivity and comfort, not just gloss and specs. It may be optional or a premium trim, but it's a thoughtful addition that could make a big difference for many riders. So, after looking at the 2026 Yamaha Super TDM 1200, what's the take? It's not perfect, and some specs are still to be fully confirmed, but Yamaha is clearly serious about bringing back a name with relevance. This is more than nostalgia. It's a modern machine built for varied riding, for both sport and comfort, for exploring beyond asphalt, but not giving up on highway cruising. If you want one bike for many roles, commute, tour, ride twisties, hit gravel, the Super TDM 1200 might just be that rare all-rounder. This has been Z Auto Advisor. Thanks for riding along with me through this review. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss further updates. Let me know in the comments. Would you use the TDM 1200 as your all-day bike? Or do you think you'd still want a second off-roader for rough terrain? Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and keep chasing the open road.